everybody, this is Dom from Upstate Supernatural. I'd like to welcome everybody in for another episode of Spirit Box Weekly. And we're testing out the Ghosthunterapps GB-Realm. And this is our third week testing this application out. And I'll swing over to our view of that right here. Here's the application in view. And you can kind of see, you know, that's the desktop that I have on that screen right there. And this application here is how it comes into the main feed for this show. So I'd like to welcome everybody in for another week in testing of the GB-Realm. And I'd like to give some shout outs to Spooky and Raven for their radio show, which they do Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. our time to 8 to 10, I believe is what it is. But you can check that out. You just go to Spooky Raven and their YouTube is on there. Sorry, I'm kind of zoning back and forth. And we got a Doppelganger that's tuned in with us, James G, Courtney, and Diffuse. I'd like to thank everybody for being in here. And hope everybody's having, and Renee, Angelic Comfort. Don't forget, you can actually see it right on our YouTube channel. If you go up to the upper part of our banner, you can click on it. There's a Diversity Broadcast Network, and that's actually ran by Angelic Comfort. It has a wide variety of music, of shows, and so forth. And James G and I will actually, within probably about the next month or so, we're going to be doing a radio show on the network, so don't forget to tune into that as well. But let's go ahead and start out with the GB-Realm. Let's see what's going on with it. Go ahead and turn the Spirit Box app part on. And it does have a scan on it as well, which the scan you can use that to try to, it's kind of like the Ghost Radar app. I don't know if anybody ever used that with Android, but it's supposed to be able to give you an anomaly in the room. Move that for everybody so it's in better view. There we go. I'd like to give a huge shout out for Jason Paragoser. Actually, I received a Christmas card from him, and I'd like to thank you. I'm actually sending one out to you as well, so you should get that probably within the probably next week. It should be there. Now, any spirits that may be in communication, Christmas is in 2 days. Is there anybody you'd like to try to say Merry Christmas to? Yes. Spirits, if you don't, I'm sure a lot of us within the chat, and personally myself, I'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas, a Happy Holiday. If everybody's wondering what this is, it's that cleansing kit, sage and crystals and so forth. Now, any spirits within communication, are you able to share the holiday with your family members? Are you able to go there and spend time with them?
Yes.
It is fresh.
I keep hearing Merry Christmas, actually. And for those of you that may have missed last week's episode, I do want to apologize that it started a little bit late. I had a company Christmas party I went to, but I did go through the show, and as we were talking about Christmas, it did come through and say Christmas. It said Merry Christmas, and if you go back to see that video, you can see it in the comments below. I made comments on there with the time spots.
Yeah, that's good.
Is there anybody out there that would like to try to communicate with possibly James or Courtney or Renee or Doppel or Jason or Diffuse? Oh, Diffuse, I remember now. Yeah, the gaming channel. That's right, I remember. If you guys like gaming videos and so forth, don't forget to check out his channel. Hello. Is there any spirits trying to communicate with us right now? I just heard a Merry Christmas right there. You have nothing to be afraid of. We mean no harm. Just coming here trying to communicate with you. See if this device works to try to communicate with you guys. Bloody Mary, thanks for being in here. Gabriel.
He's not. Hush, burgers.
this device, and I was trying to do this. This is for you. It's for you to try to utilize these devices to see if they're able to be used, and it's also a time if you'd like to try to communicate. Hello, hello. Just for validation, can you tell everybody what this is?
Yes.
Judith, thanks for being in here. Okay, so I like to do tests with these devices and so forth, and everybody's kind of gotten used to that a little bit. What I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to turn off the headphones. I'm not going to hear anything what this device is going to say. I think we tried this last week, but I'm going to turn down the headphones. You guys are going to be able to hear the spirit box. And I'm going to go ahead and figure this out real quick. Okay, I can still hear it. Okay, so I'm going to turn down my headphones so I'm not going to have audio in the room of the spirit box. And I'm going to do a burst session within the room to see if anything is captured. So you guys should be able to hear the spirit box. I can make it so you can't hear me as well. Or actually, why don't we do it where you can hear me. You can hear me ask the questions, and you can hear the spirit box going in the background. And just to kind of give you a basis of truth, I'm going to turn this on for 5 seconds, 10 seconds. There is no audio in this room, just me talking. That's all that's happening. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and plug this in real quick. I'm going to put up this handy dandy advisory for everybody. On for 5 seconds, 10 seconds. There is no audio in this room, just me talking. That's all that's happening. Okay. Okay, now, what I'm going to end up doing, let me go like this. I got to fix that up so that that's over both things, the video and the voice. I did that because a lot of people are having some difficulty sometimes with the audio being too loud. They weren't having blast in their ears. So what I did is I tried to put that on. Maybe I could fix this for you. No. It's not that. Let me see. Duplicate this shot. Here, it won't let me delete that shot. Let's go back to this one. Yeah, so I can't. I'm gonna have to fiddle around with this a little bit to get it situated. But for now, I'm gonna put up an advisory real quick, and this is just to let you know that the audio is gonna be loud when I play this back. So I'm gonna switch back to this view and go ahead and do a burst session. Any spirits within communication? I would like to try to see which device you can utilize to try to communicate better. I do have this application, this Spirit Box application, GB-Realm, which is over there. And then I have this voice recorder. So what I'd like to try to do is have you repeat the same word. I'd like you to try to do that 2 times.
It's numb.
And let's
Oh,
get a little fancy.
on it.
And let's pull this out. Spirits, if you can. I don't know if you guys can read that. I said it. Oh. Let me set it right here. So you guys can read that. I'm not sure if you can. Spirits, can you tell me what type of psychology book that is?
Sorry.
Hey, man. You're excited.
Certain kind. And if you could say it twice, I'd appreciate that. I'm not sure if anybody can read that. It does say abnormal psychology. Go ahead and turn this off. I did see the device actually did crash, which it does. Okay, so you're not able to hear what I'm saying or out of the device. It looks like the device actually turned off on me. Okay. Alright, now I'm going to put up an advisory for you. Just before I have this play, this audio may be loud, so if you're wearing headphones, you're going to want to turn them down. But I do have the advisory on there for you. Okay. Any spirits within communication? I would like to try to see which device you can utilize to try to communicate better. I do have this application, this Spirit Box application, GB-Realm, which is over there. And then I have this voice recorder. So what I'd like to try to do is have you repeat the same word. I'd like you to try to do that 2 times. And let's get a little fancy. And let's pull this out. Spirits, if you can. I don't know if you guys can read that. Let me set it. Oh, crap. Let me set it right here. Maybe you guys can read that. I'm not sure if you can. Spirits, can you tell me what type of psychology book that is? Listen very carefully. It's a certain kind. And if you could say it twice, I'd appreciate that. I'm not sure if anybody can read that. It does say abnormal psychology. Okay, and there I am. I'm back. Let me go ahead and plug that. Again, this is the Olympus DP201 for anybody out there that's interested. You can find them usually on eBay. They're like $25 right now with Christmas. I've noticed they're actually closer to 100. But personally, this is one of my favorite recorders to use. I definitely heard some stuff in there. I thought I heard specifically abnormal psychology book, and what gave it away to me for audio was I heard book more than anything. So I mean, if you guys want to go back and listen to that, you're more than welcome to. I'd love everybody's input on what they heard as well. And let's go ahead and turn the GB-Realm back on, and during the week I'll be going through this. I want to see if there's any correlation. I want to see if when they're talking, it comes through on the GB-Realm or through the voice recorder, whichever one it comes through better. But yeah, let's go ahead and turn that back on. And I actually do have one of these. This is the Panasonic RR QR80. There's the DR, and then there's the QRs. You would see these most prevalently on the Ghost Adventure shows or on Live Sci-Fi. A lot of people like using these. It tends to get more EVPs out of it. So I kind of want to try a little bit later during this episode of test to see what comes through with this. And then we'll play it back the same way. But let me go ahead and turn this back on. And I know Jason has the RR40, I believe, and that's the exact one that a lot of investigators like to use. It seems to get the best results before they started putting the filters and everything else in there. Go ahead and turn this on. Password. Hello, Buford. It's nice to see you in here. Nice to meet you. Spirits, I'm hearing the word love quite a bit. What's going on? You trying to spread love to a family member or so forth?
No say. Dude, back up.
Jason, how did you like the recorder though? The R40. Is it really worth? Is it worth it in the long run? In Spirits Within Communication, you know, you're welcome to come here. You're welcome to try to communicate. As I've said in past sessions of a Spirit Box Weekly, you are always welcome to, if you come here, you're always welcome to stay. If you don't feel where you are is a good place, you're welcome to stay here. You're welcome to learn, and I'm definitely willing to learn from you as well. I'd like to try to learn the best way to communicate with you. And maybe by doing these sessions, we can do that. Yeah, I did put a post up the other day on Facebook about it. I was shocked. The 40 was going. Somebody sold it for $1,500. This I actually found this one on eBay. I believe I got it for $50. And then about a month and a half later, these are right now they're selling for like $400 or $500, which is crazy for a voice recorder. I'm wondering if the results are going to be better, if not different, than the DP201. I love these. These are beautiful. Huge buttons. They're slow and fast. There's noise cancellation on the side of it. I really love these recorders myself. I have two of them now. Now, spirits and or ghosts or you know, individuals. You know, we're all people. You were a person, I'm sure. Do you enjoy talking through an application better? You know, is this working for you, or is it a little easier with the radio? Or is it all it's based off from us trying to teach you how to use it? Jason? And I've had some of these applications work, so I mean I will never say that they don't. I mean you know, the one session we had something came very clearly through as we were doing this, so everything's worth trying out. I'm very curious, spirits. Are you communicating in this room right now, or are you communicating in a different area, and it's coming through the system? And can I ask you questions about a spirit box? You know, during this. What allows them to function correctly? Is it the reverberation from the speaker? Is that how you're able to come through, or is it actually the frequency that it's at? The Ghost Hunter apps go off a way different frequency. They're scanning your Bluetooth frequency in your home, and it's patching through that. On the radar, if I'm looking at that correctly, it says there's a dot right there, and that should be behind me. If there is an individual that's behind me, can you move more to this side of me, more to the left, to have that dot move to the left? Is that possible?
It's happening here.
Everybody in the chat, do you guys have any questions you'd like to have asked? Is there individuals you'd like to try to say Merry Christmas to while we're doing this?
Surf it.
Spirits in communication, please try not to manipulate with the stream itself. That did happen last weekend. Very interesting. Marco, thanks for being in here. Hope you have a happy holiday with you and your family. And we're going to have to chat pretty soon. Got some exciting news coming up, which I haven't made public yet, but we will as soon as we finalize some dates. But something I think you might look forward to. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if you guys have any questions or individuals you'd like to try to, you know, say Merry Christmas to. I'd like to try to do that right now. And I'm gonna make this personal in some ways. Grandma, if you're out there, if you can hear me, we're actually my family, my sister and I, we're gonna be celebrating Christmas with Grandpa tomorrow.
You're weak.
Hello? I personally believe Christmas time is probably your best time to try to communicate with the spirits. The greatest evidence I've ever captured was right around, right after Thanksgiving and during December. It's hard as hell to investigate when it's cold as crap outside, but I really think now is the time. You know, if you're trying to communicate, this is one of the best times to try to do it, because you know you're trying to share love, and if love is what sends the message, then it comes through a hell of a lot stronger during Christmas time. So, just kind of my input on that. Halloween, I think it's just over fabricated, and it's turned into, you know, mass marketing for candy companies and entertainment companies. But I really feel Christmas is the time. Merry Christmas to Joe, coming from a Judith Wilburn. And she'd like to say she loves and misses you, but she'd like to say a Merry Christmas to a Joe. If that's able to come out and be conveyed, we would greatly appreciate that. And for any spirits that you left during Christmas time, or you're getting ready for Christmas and things happen, I am sure your family misses you. I'm sure they love you, and I am sure that you being there in spirit with them for Christmas would be the greatest gift they could ever have.
You don't know.
Now, spirits, would you like to say Merry Christmas to any individuals? I mean, you're welcome to try to do that. Maybe one of us knows them. Welcome to try. I'm not trying to break any of your rules or trying to mess with you. I'm just trying to, you know, we're trying to spread the Christmas spirit, trying to spread some joy and happiness.
Him.
Oh, and it's doing that thing it does. I'm honestly shocked that this is even crashing, because this is actually on a desktop. And I'm utilizing this application. To explain it better, the application is on a desktop, which is off to my right. It's right over here. It's an all-in-one computer. There's an audio cord coming from that, which goes into my mixer, which is below this table. I can control my audio. I can turn it up. I can turn it down, and so that goes into one of the channels on the mixer. And I did explain this when I came back, when I first came back doing the shows. Then that mixer goes directly into the computer that I do the streams with, and there's no speaker playing in the room. The only thing that has that audio is these headphones. That's it. So if the spirits are able to communicate, they're actually communicating through that wire, through that device, through that wire in the mixer, and then the audio's, you know what I mean? It has to go from that computer through the wire into the mixer. So the communication is literally coming through a wire in a way. And we had, the first 2 weeks that we've been utilizing this, we've had some pretty crazy results. The first week was kind of mind-blowing in some ways. But basically the reason I do that is, you know, if I have a guest when I'm doing a show, they go through the same computer I have the device on. So I can turn their audio up, down, you know, whatever it needs to be, I can change that. And actually, I mean, Paraghoster, he's seen the mixer that's under the table as well. He's been with me. And then what I did with this one, because the old mixer had some issues, James G actually has, I sent it out to him. He's going to start using that when we start doing shows again. And the mixer has an input, so when we go to do a spirit box, it'll patch right through this, which is the Behringer FX. And then this is a noise suppression. Kind of makes like a geo box, or the portal per se, poor man's portal in a way. But that audio is going to spit into the mixer, and then it goes into an amp, which is directly in front of the table here. It's actually right here. So that'll play into the room, and then the same area that that's plugged into, I have this aux cord, which can plug in our voice recorder. So maybe I'll actually do a video just kind of showcasing what I'm using for the shows, just to kind of give everybody a gauge on what's being done. But I try to make everything so nothing is manipulated. Going from a computer directly through a wire, which goes into the mixer. My hands are on the table. You usually can see where I am. And then that audio goes to the main computer, and so forth. You want to knock out your contaminants with anything you're doing, especially spirit communication, if you're going to try to, you know, see if it exists. So I'm going to turn off my mic. I'm going to use this Panasonic RRQR80. This thing, I can't believe how much these things are going for. But if you type that in on eBay right now, I mean, I got it for $50. If you can find them for less than $100, kudos. And if I don't like it, eventually I'm probably gonna, you know, do a raffle and give it away. Or if somebody needs a voice recorder, I may end up giving it to somebody. But just want to see what it does. Let's see how well this records. Let's see how well it captures anything. I believe we got an EVP with the other one. Let's see if we get one with this one. I'm going to turn off my mic. You're not going to hear me when I go to play this back. Spirits within communication. I'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you. I'd like to tell you that your family members, I'm sure, love and miss you, and you're in their hearts for the holidays. no matter how long you've been away. I'm sure that's the case. Would you like to wish anyone happy holidays or a Merry Christmas? And Renee actually has a question. Were you able to meet the angels after last week? I feel coldness on my left hand side, by the way. I don't have a breeze in here. There's no fans going. It's actually pretty warm. Just trying to let you know you're not forgotten. God knows none of us want to be. I'm going to turn this off and then I'm going to play it back. Okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now, as I said earlier, I gotta fix this so it fixes the video. But I'm putting the advisory up for everybody while I'm plugging this in. There's actually 2 jacks on this bad boy. Okay. This audio could be really loud, so if you could turn down your audio to a comfortable level and then turn it back up. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. This may be very loud. Be careful. Okay? Spirits within communication. I'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you. Spirits within communication. I'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you. I'd like to tell you that your family members, I'm sure, love and miss you, and you're in their hearts for the holidays. No matter how long you've been away, I'm sure that's the case. I need to rewind that. Spirits within communication. I'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you. I'd like to tell you that your family members, I'm sure, love and miss you, and you're in their hearts for the holidays. No matter how long you've been away, I'm sure that's the case. I'd like to tell no matter how long you've been away, I'm sure that's the case.
I'm definitely hearing something.
Love and miss you, and you're in their hearts for
I'm
the
trying
holidays.
to rewind it. I'm definitely hearing something. Right about now. Right after I'm talking in the next...
No matter how long you've been away, I'm sure that's the case.
Right as I'm saying away, I'm hearing something.
I'd like to love and miss you, and you're in their hearts for the holidays.
Start listening right now, right after I'm done.
No matter how long you've been away, I'm sure that's the case. Would you like to wish anyone happy holidays or a Merry Christmas? And Renee actually has a question. Were you able to meet the angels after last week? I feel coldness on my left hand side, by the way. I don't have a breeze in here. There's no fans going. It's actually pretty warm. Just trying to let you know you're not forgotten. God knows none of us want to be. I'm going to turn this off and then I'm going to play it back. Okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I definitely thought I heard some stuff in that. It was pretty interesting. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this recorder? Pretty good results, or better than the DP, or about the same? That was interesting. It's definitely the output on this is a hell of a lot louder. So I mean, I got to gauge that for the shows and so forth, but But I think that's probably about it for tonight. I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. I hope everybody has a chance to spend the holiday with their family or their significant others, or the people that they love and enjoy being around. I hope for those of you that It may be tough to see each other or see the families and so forth. Hopefully something works out, even if it's through a Skype call. You know, anything would work. But I hope everybody has a beautiful night. And I gotta wake up fairly early. But thank you again for tuning in. If you have any suggestions, you have any comments for ideas for what you'd like to see with our tests, please comment below the video. I will try to go through the footage probably Monday or Tuesday, and you should be able to see underneath in the comments the things that I've found with the timestamp. Click on it and you can go right to it and hear it. But again, I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. I hope everybody has a safe and Merry Christmas, and if I don't see you, you know, maybe I'll see you next year. It's only a week away. But have a beautiful night, and thank you again.